would you invoke the Insurrection Act, sir?
What?
The Insurrection Act? Under what conditions or terms would you invoke?
Well, I'd do it if it was necessary. So far, it hasn't been necessary, but we have an Insurrection Act for a reason. If I had to enact it, I'd do that. If people were being killed and courts were holding us up, or governors or mayors were holding us up, sure, I'd do that. I mean, I want to make sure that people aren't killed. We have to make sure that our cities are safe. And it's turning out, and we started with D.C. It's been so successful. Think of it. People wouldn't go to restaurants. The restaurants were closing. We were losing a lot of restaurants, as you all know. And now restaurants are opening and they're thriving.
U.S. President Donald Trump has dropped a bombshell amid ongoing anti-ICE protests, saying that he is willing to enact the Insurrection Act if necessary. Trump made the remark after a federal judge temporarily blocked his decision to send National Guards to Portland in Oregon, where the anti-ICE protests have escalated.
Look at what's happened with Portland over the years. It's a burning hellhole. And then you have a judge that lost her way, that tries to pretend that like there's no problem. Actually, she's not even saying that. There's a huge problem in Portland. I'll tell you what the problem is: crime. Okay, crime. There's a huge problem in Chicago. It's called crime. And we want to put out the crime, and they want to inflame the crime.
But what is the Insurrection Act? Why is Trump mulling to impose it to crack down on protesters? The Insurrection Act allows the president to dispatch active duty military in states that are unable to put down an insurrection or are defying federal law. President can activate troops without a governor's approval as long as if specific conditions are met, such as if violence is interfering with execution of laws. Law requires the president to first order insurgents to disperse. If stability is not restored, the troops can be sent in. The Trump administration has dubbed the cities as war-ravaged and lawless amid its crackdown on illegal immigration. Officials in Illinois and Oregon argued that military intervention isn't needed and that federal involvement is inflaming the situation.
You guys are framing this like the president wants to take over the American cities with the military. The president wants to help these local leaders who have been completely ineffective in securing their own cities. And we have already seen there's a positive formula for that. Look at Washington, D.C. The murder rate has declined significantly. Our streets are safer. People who live here feel safer. All of you in this room, I know you do, you just won't admit it. And it's a proven system that works, and the president wants to make America's cities safe again. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Illinois followed California and Oregon in suing the Trump administration against decision to send National Guards to quell the protesters in Chicago. Illinois leaders went to court in a bid to stop Trump from sending National Guards to Chicago, escalating tensions between Democrat-run states and the Republican administration.
Earlier today, the state of Illinois filed a lawsuit challenging Donald Trump's unlawful and unwarranted plans to deploy armed military troops to Chicago. There is no invasion here. There is no insurrection here. And local and state law enforcement are on the job and managing what they need to. Without my permission and against my vigorous objections, the president has federalized 300 Illinois National Guard military troops and hundreds of National Guard members from Texas, and he has ordered them to activate for duty in Illinois. I have called upon Governor Abbott to immediately withdraw his support for this decision and refuse to allow Texas National Guard members to be used in this way. Let me be clear. Donald Trump is using our service members as political props and as pawns in his illegal effort to militarize our nation's cities.
Donald Trump has dubbed Portland and Chicago as rife with crime and unrest. Since the start of his second term, he has sent or talked about sending troops to 10 cities, including Baltimore, Maryland, Memphis, Tennessee, the District of Columbia, New Orleans, and Oakland, San Francisco, and Los Angeles, AP reported. On Saturday, about 400 protesters had marched to a Portland ICE detention facility. Federal agents allegedly used chemical crowd control munitions, including tear gas canisters and less lethal guns that sprayed pepper balls, the Oregonian reported. The Trump administration hit back by attempting to send in National Guard troops from California and Texas.